This is the best questing route on Gondwa in Path of Titans. Now, I know some of you may have other routes you may prefer, and there are definitely some other good options out there, but in my opinion, this is one of the best routes in the game, and today I'd like to share it with you all. I have even made some custom resource maps to help you all out with the route, but we'll go over them more in depth in a minute. Quick tip before we begin. If you find yourself questing solo a lot and want to get the benefit of group quests, but have no one to play with, Path of Titans is actually free on mobile. You can make a new account on your phone, add your main account, and then have your phone account sit in a home cave grouped with you while you quest. Just don't forget to move around every 9 or so minutes or else you'll get AFK kicked. The AFK kick timer in Path of Titans is 10 minutes. So here's the route overview. We're going to be starting in Desolate Pass, where we'll do 100% of the quests, then move to Hot Springs, where we're going to only do the most efficient quests, then we'll move to Savanna Grasslands, where we'll also do 100% of the quests, and then back to Desolate and repeat. By the time you finish the loop, the quest in Desolate should be ready to go again, so you can run this loop to your heart's content. For solo questing, on average, you should be making about 585 marks per run, and for doing 100% of the group quests on average, you should be making about 1,280 marks per run. If you're on a dyno with decent speed, and assuming you quest efficiently by lining up the solo and group quests as you go, the whole route can be done in under 30 minutes, so you can easily be making over 2,500 marks an hour, if you aren't attacked by baby-killing steers, of course. Moving on to the custom maps. I'll be going over the keys on each map, and then we'll be going over the best way to run each zone. Feel free to pause the video and screenshot these maps if you want to save them. Note, I've excluded a few resources from these maps which you either shouldn't use or didn't require marking, like creature dens because they're marked when you have the quest. We're starting out with Desolate Pass. We'll actually only be using the middle section of DP for this route because it's the most efficient. The light green dots mark succulents, the red dots mark flowers, the white dots mark bones, and the yellow dot marks a single salt rock, which is only needed for food. Moving on to Hot Springs, the light green dots again mark succulents, the yellow dots mark salt rocks, and the dark green dot marks a berry bush. I've excluded flowers and branches from the map here because it's actually a waste of time to do them in this zone. We'll talk about that more later. Moving on to Savanna Grasslands, the light green dots once again mark succulents, the gray dots mark button mushrooms, the red dots mark flowers, the orange dots mark ginger flowers, the dark yellow lines mark termite mounds, the dark green dots mark berry bushes, and the magenta dot marks a corpse. I didn't feel like I needed to mark tiger nuts because they are literally everywhere. All you need to do is look around the edges of bushes near where the other quest items spawn and you'll find tiger nuts everywhere. So now we're actually going to run the route. I started off with my Adolescent Meg, which picked up a solo bones and group succulent quest upon leaving the home cave, but no second group quest appeared. This is a common bug with a really easy fix. To get your second group quest to show up, all you need to do is transfer leadership to the other member in your party and then have it transferred back to you. And just like that, I've picked up the paired group bones quest as well. I had to hit one extra bones spot since the 3 near the home cave were half taken. After knocking off the bones quest, I doubled up on flowers. There are plenty of flowers in this zone, well over enough to finish the group quest. I saved the group succulent quest for last, so it would line up with my solo succulent quest. One of my favorite spots for the succulent quest is this hill followed by the other 2 spots below it, and then the horseshoe shaped spot over here. Hot Springs is a more inconsistent zone because some of the quests here are not worth doing, but it's a great pit stop for some food, water, healing if you need it, and a few extra quests. The quests that are worth doing in Hot Springs are solo and group succulents and solo or group salt rocks. Salt rocks are not quite as good because they're worth fewer marks and take longer to complete, so I usually only do the group quest if I have the solo quest to go with it. The Flowers quest at Hot Springs is actually a good quest, but never do it at Hot Springs. It's wildly inefficient. If you happen to get a solo or group Flowers quest, you'll carry it with you over to Savanna Grasslands to quickly and easily complete it there before it expires. Almost never do the Branches quest at Hot Springs. The branch spots are few and far between, and you'll likely be stuck there waiting for them to regenerate if you try to do the group quest as well. I would only ever advise doing the solo branch quest if you have a group quest like Succulents or Flowers and you're trying to get a solo quest to match, and even then it's debatable. I wound up with group Flowers and group Succulents, so I did the Succulent quest before moving on. You can easily complete the entire Succulent group quest by following the route I ran up the edge and then dropping down for the last one. The group Flowers quest I'll carry over to complete in Savanna before starting my actual quest from there. As you can see, you can easily complete the group flowers quest from Hot Springs by running to either of these two spots. I chose to go farther out first and then come back after. But here is where that angry steer attacked me, so I left for a cave. I'll demo the rest of the Savanna quest on my Achillo. Savanna Grasslands has so many spots you can conveniently and quickly do quests, depending on the order you get them in. For that reason, I'm not going to narrate every single spot because runs here could vary a lot more than in the other two zones. I will still show the route that I ran though. After saying hi to a baby aloe, I went for double succulents, then half my group flowers and mushrooms quest because I didn't have the solo, then I dusted off the group succulents quest, then moved on to a double tiger nuts quest, then to double anteater quest at the termite mounds, and then I finished off my group flowers and mushrooms quest because I didn't get the solo. You will always get 3 solo and 4 group quests in Savanna, so you'll always be 1 solo quest short of your group quest there. By that point, I was hungry enough for the find food quest, so I headed over to the shark corpse to complete that quest before heading back to Desolate to do the run again. So there you have it, the best questing route in Path of Titans. I hope you all found this helpful. If we can get 1 like for every dot I drew on these damn maps, I'll be happy. Anyhow, I've been your host Conware. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.